The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
And good morning, Kern County. It is 5 a.m. on this finally Friday. I'm Alex Fisher alongside Kevin Charette. We are live at Cal State University Bakersfield ahead of what is going to be a very exciting weekend. Not only we are celebrating the class of 2021, we're also celebrating the class of 2020 and the accomplishments of all of our students across Kern County.
Yeah, and usually Maddie is sitting in this chair right now, so I've got some big shoes to fill as we go throughout the morning. But it is exciting to be here at Cal State Bakersfield, and it's an exciting time of year for all these graduates.
You know, and we're wearing our Cal State Bakersfield gear. The only
We're just
problem
cold.
is that we're too cold to really show it because the temperature right now pretty chilly outside.
Yeah, let's show you our forecast for today. I know we talked about the winds yesterday. We did see the blowing dust as advertised, but out here this morning, we just have a light northwest wind at 3 miles per hour, 50 degrees, so there's definitely a chill in the air. As we take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast for you today, we are expecting the lower 70s, and you can see by the afternoon, late morning, early afternoon, we start to see a little bit of a breeze pick back up around the valley. Out of Tehachapi, we're at 39 degrees, a northwest wind at 18, so still a little bit breezy out that way, and you can see our wind forecast throughout the day. They will pick up once again in the afternoon. The strongest of the winds into the mountains, but again, expecting a little bit of a breeze in the valley, so we can't rule out maybe some blowing dust again. As we take a look at the Tehachapi forecast throughout the day, starting out in those 40s, and then we'll be looking at the 50s, and you can see that wind throughout the afternoon sustained out of the northwest right around 30 miles per hour. So it's overall going to be a nice day on the temperature side of things, but again, we'll be watching for that breeze to pick up a little bit once again.
Yeah, and if you're headed out to the Cal State Bakersfield graduation ceremony today, this morning, take our advice, bring a jacket, maybe even two.
Yeah, you'll need it, especially in the morning hours.
Well, like we said, we are out here, of course, celebrating the accomplishments of all graduates across Kern County. Although we are here at Cal State University Bakersfield, we also want to highlight some other graduates across Kern.
Yeah, and we are joined by our very own Aton Wallace, who has an inspiring story from one of these graduates.
Good morning, Aton.
Good morning.
Good morning, Alex and Kevin. Happy Friday. And yes, what an inspiring story this is. Do not let challenges in life get in the way of pursuing your dreams. That's the message one local student on the autism spectrum wants others to take from his story as he gets ready to graduate with honors next week.
This is the last week Luis Luna will show up to class as a student at Wasco High School. That's because next week he will graduate from here and from the wonderful agriculture career prep program with honors. But getting to this point was no easy task.
Some of the symptoms I have include fidgeting a lot, moving my body parts around like my fingers and my feet, without me even noticing. I stand back and forth, go around, just in my own thoughts, in my imagination.
Luna is describing what it's been like to be a person on the autism spectrum disorder, a condition different for everyone, but one that often is characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, and communication. Luna says his symptoms have led to challenges in life, but he never gave up and chose to focus on the positives.
Autism, I don't really see it as a disability. I see it as a special trait.
A trait he credits with much of his success.
My GPA is above 4.0.
But beyond the academic achievement, educators on campus say Luna stands out for his character.
Boy, he's really opened our eyes to that sky is the limit. He's super hardworking, super intelligent as well.
He will do whatever he needs to do to understand what's happening, and he doesn't let his limitations get him down.
Luis's mother, Judith, says what makes the story even more inspirational, when her son was first diagnosed, some medical experts told her it was possible he would never learn to speak.
I mean, just the struggles. Since he was a kid, I went through so much with him, getting him therapy, having to know that your own kid is not going to be verbal, and me trying to find out and fighting so hard to try to get him that help. I go, I know my kid could talk, and I know he's going to talk.
And he did. Now, all these years later, Luna soon will embark on the next chapter of his life at UC Davis, where he plans to study biology.
By me going to UC Davis, I hope to get a better view of the world around me, to better understand it, so that way not only could I be able to fit in better into it, but also change it for the better.
I can't explain how proud I am. I mean, all this excitement just comes out of me.
What do you hope your story says to others who may be facing challenges in life?
My message to everyone else is that no matter what you have, no matter what disability, whether it be physical or mental, you still have the potential to do great things, to become part of society and be able to provide a helping hand towards other people.
Luna says he would not have been able to achieve his success without his mother and teachers at school. He will officially graduate next Thursday, and Kevin and Alex, to him and to all seniors, we say congratulations.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Again, that's the reason why I love this show, is because we're able to highlight all of the academic achievements from all students in Kern County. That's just one example of many fascinating stories.
And there are a lot of people out there that might have small disabilities and think they can't do, what Lewis did. And that story just shows you can do anything that you put your mind to.
Absolutely.
That's an amazing story.
Well, hey, one of the toughest parts of graduations, I'm sure you remember this, I remember this, is saying goodbye to all of your friends. And, this has been a difficult year because although this is the goodbye, per se, in leaving your school, for a lot of graduates, though, it's also been difficult because they've been so far away from all of their friends this year.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And this morning, a 17 sports director, Taylor Schaub, introduced us to two top athletes who went from acquaintances in the classroom to best friends in cyberspace.
Isaac LaRoque and Elizabeth Jimenez are mirror images of each other.
Partners in crime.
They're both top-ranked tennis players for Ridgeview High School and scholars in the classroom.
We were in virtual enterprise together.
The pair each sport 4.5 GPAs and are vying for valedictorian honors. In fact, with so much in common, you'd think they would have been best friends from the get-go. But it actually took a pandemic to bring these two together.
Well, we met in person before, but not really talked to each other. But we started really talking all on Zoom, basically.
The pair clicked almost immediately, sharing a love for tennis, school, and early 2000s sitcoms.
We're definitely a team.
Honestly, we met online, and I just really appreciate all of them. Senior year wouldn't have been the same without them.
Thanks to technology and through phone, through Zoom, that I was able to stay on track. And even through tennis, they're all the friends. It's the people that are in it that made it.
So as graduation day rolls around, LaRoque and Jimenez find themselves ready for the next chapter. But sad, the journey's over.
You really don't know what you have until you have it.
I'm going to cry because that group of people over there I love very dearly, and the teacher as well. They've been an amazing group of friends and family. They've been the best I could have asked for.
Clinica Sierra Vista is now offering rapid COVID-19 testing and COVID-19 vaccinations. Call 833-278-4584 to make your appointment. But don't delay. Clinica Sierra Vista, putting patients first.
And back out here live at Cal State University Bakersfield, where we are getting ready to, Cal State is getting ready to have nearly 2,800 students graduate this weekend, the first one kicking off later today. So we'll have more from Cal State in just a bit, though. We've got some news to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to send that over to the studios with Eitan Wallace to give us our headlines.
Good morning, Eitan.
Good morning, Alex and Kevin. Thank you so much. We will see you shortly. And we begin this morning with a wildfire that scorched the Santa Barbara hillsides last night. This is video of the so-called Loma Fire, courtesy of Hans Wittenberg. The Loma Fire started west of Ortega Street in Santa Barbara and was visible from downtown Santa Barbara. There are reports that winds in that area were gusting up to 50 miles per hour. Our affiliate KSBY TV reports multiple buildings, including homes, were threatened. But thankfully, the evacuation notice has since been lifted and forward progress on the blaze has stopped. At last check, the fire was 40% contained. And a memorial service will be held today for Bakersfield Police K-9 Jango, who was shot and killed in the line of duty. A vehicle procession will begin at 8:45 this morning from BPD headquarters on Truxton Avenue, heading east to N Street and going south before pulling into the Mechanics Bank Arena, where the memorial service will start at 10 a.m. The outermost lane will be closed to traffic on that route. Police say the service is closed to the public because of COVID-19 regulations, but will be live streamed on the BPD and City of Bakersfield websites. We will live stream the service on our Facebook page. Just search KGET. And Kern County is one step closer to having a brand new high school. Yesterday, community leaders broke ground on the site where Del Oro High School is set for construction. Del Oro will be KHSD's 19th high school. In addition to brand new teaching and learning spaces, the school will feature a 3-court gymnasium, 2,500-seat stadium, 600-seat performing arts center, and a quad with a sustainable vegetable and fruit garden. Now, this is all in the southeast near East Panama Lane and Cottonwood Road. The future principal says this will change the way of education in Kern County.
I think the students who will be here are so blessed to be coming to a school that's going to serve them in the way that this school is going to serve them. So I'm very proud.
We welcome you at Del Oro. Del Oro is golden, and so are your opportunities. We can't wait.
Del Oro's mascot will be the Suns, and its school colors gold, silver, and brown. District leaders say the school was made possible in part through Measure K, the $280 million general obligation bond passed by voters in 2016. Not everyone is pleased with this, though. In order to accommodate Del Oro High School, the district will have to redraw its school boundaries, and that has garnered criticism from parents and students who do not want to leave the schools they currently attend. The new boundaries have not been formally adopted yet. The school will be ready for at least a partial opening by the fall.
Again, we are out here at Cal State University Bakersfield celebrating the academic accomplishments of all of our students here in Kern County. And for one Delano High School student, he's going to be graduating soon, not just with a high school diploma, but with also an associate's degree from BC.
Yeah, and 17's Ileana Capion is joining us here on the CSUB grounds, and she's got much more on this story. Ileana, we'll send it over to you.
That's right, guys. For Alex Hernandez, he not only decided he was going to graduate high school early, but he was also going to get a head start on college, getting his associate's degree at the same time as graduating high school. It just wasn't enough of a feat to graduate high school alone. For most, high school is a 4-year process. But Alejandro Hernandez isn't your typical student. He's gone above and beyond to stay on the fast track to success. While at Delano High, he took part in the early college program offered by Bakersfield College, which helps students earn both high school and college credits.
You got to shoot for the stars, and, doing that, it worked out pretty well for me,
At just 16 years old, Hernandez will graduate in less than 3 years with a 4.4 GPA and an associate's degree in liberal arts from BC.
What this degree does, basically, it means I don't have to take 2 years worth of classes.
Come fall, Hernandez will be a junior at UC Berkeley, majoring in electrical engineering and computer science. Alejandro's parents, Ernesto and Hortensia Hernandez, immigrated from Mexico to early March and worked in the fields to provide for their family. When both parents were unable to work due to their health, they had more time to be there for their son.
You first have to put your children first in order to encourage them to succeed.
Attending a 4-year public university in California can cost more than $10,000 a year, according to the 2020 annual report by the College Board. Fortunately, Hernandez was awarded the 2021 Gates Scholarship, a highly competitive, prestigious award that pays the full cost of college.
No, just imagine. We're very proud of him, and he always worked hard.
I'm going to get good grades to get ahead, is what he would tell me a long time ago.
Alejandro is a great example that hard work pays off, no matter where you come from.
Just because you're here at DHS, you can still achieve great things.
The Hernandez family has a saying that they instilled in Alejandro, and that is, tiempo es oro, which translates into time is gold. They credit this to him reaching his accomplishments at such a young age. At Cal State Bakersfield, Ileana Capellan, back to you guys.
Yeah, it's just so impressive to see that accomplishment there. The students and everything that they do and achieve, it is all because of those teachers across our county.
Yeah, you know, teachers and students have had to overcome so much in the last year with the pandemic. Yeah. And, you know, this is a testament today that they're all coming out on top, not just the students, but the teachers alongside of them.
Yeah, and so now we want to show you our 3 Teachers of the Year in Kern County and the message that they have for all of us.
Yeah, we want to take a second to honor 3 educators who earned the honor of this year's Teacher of the Year. Take a look.
This year's first Kern County Teacher of the Year finalist is Jolie Brutier.
Teaching is who I am. It's not so much a job as it is my passion.
Jason Spitzer.
It was just such an honor, and I was absolutely shocked when I was named one of the Teachers of the Year. I just do the best I can for the people around me.
Richard Ribideau.
We've made it through this year, which was without doubt the hardest year for all of us. And if you made it through this year, you can make it through anything. So we're going to be stronger coming out of this. I've told that to my students all year, that any challenge you face in the future, you are now prepared, you're stronger for it, and we're all better people from it.
I made ways to build those relationships with the students because I knew that I needed those students to know that I don't just see them, I know who they are, and that we're in this together.
All students can and want to learn, and it's really about tapping into that natural curiosity that all humans have and creating a positive environment where they're free to express themselves and their ideas.
I send postcards to parents, praising them, sending postcards to the students, just acknowledging how proud I am of them. I bought them all paint. I delivered rocks to them, and so we paint rocks. And so here's one of them. It's something that they look forward to. They tell me, Miss Bree, this really calms me. It really calms me down and relaxes me. And I said, that's the purpose.
I actually teach 6 different classes this year. Most of my students live in Rosamond, in Lancaster, Palmdale, Tehachapi. We try to create a sense of community here, even though we don't all live here. You guys might have heard that a lot this year about the social and emotional needs of students. And I was already sort of trending that way coming into my 8th year when all of this happened. And then for me, that became number 1, was making sure that they're okay, making sure that they're still engaged with school, that school's still a positive thing, that there's still someone out there who cares about them and thinks about them.
Capture their hearts and their minds will follow. Even though we're not in the classroom, even more so now, they need someone who believes in them. I'm here for them. I'm not their teacher, I'm their friend. We're in this together.
Absolutely incredible teachers right there. Now, CSUB President Zelezny bestowed special awards on 2 students yesterday. 17's Robert Price has more.
Everyone with a cap and gown gets to be a star on graduation day, but Thursday at CSUB, 2 student stars shone just a little bit brighter. Why? Because their achievements surpassed even that 4.0. One, Emily Oliver, a Fraser Park native who came to CSUB by way of Taft College, follows in the footsteps of a growing number of female scholars. She's a mathematician.
Emily is a straight A student.
Oliver plans to go into defense work through NAVAIR, a naval weapons facility at China Lake that develops software for planes and missiles. CSUB President Lynette Zelezny presented her with the President's Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Oliver, mathematician of the future.
Math is for everybody. It doesn't matter what you are, who you are. Math is a very important thing, and it starts young. So if you have a teacher that discourages you or someone that tells you no, you look at them and go, well, you said no, watch me do it.
Zelezny honored a top grad student, too, Vanessa Chicaita, who received her master's degree in public administration. Chicaita, an Orange County native who attended Fullerton College, said she would probably go into higher education.
Start applying for jobs, I think, is the next step. Take it slow and really find something I'm passionate about. I'm currently looking to stay in higher education or governmental affairs, so we'll see what happens.
But as CSUB's outgoing student body president, might she also consider politics?
Perhaps. Perhaps.
The 2 honorees had a couple of things in common besides their university and their gender. They're both community college transfers, a type of student Selesny said she's proud to serve.
Our transfer students have great success getting to the finish line on time, and as you can see, we also are very, very focused on making sure that they are engaged in co-curricular activities, service, leadership, research, as well as being great students.
Look out for these two. Their academic careers might be over or just on pause, but their ambitions are big, and we might be hearing from them again. In fact, it seems likely. At California State University, Bakersfield, Robert Price, 17 News.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.